Too many things trigger you, dude. Why don't you stop being a Mitch?
Wow.
Too much?
No.
I didn't think so either. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 15, episode number 8.
And today we will be focusing on
Mitch.
Kristen and Mitch. But before we get into it, please like, share, subscribe. Please send us your comments and please click that notification button so you know when we upload new content. So here we go.
Yeah, the episode began with Mitch and Kristen walking together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They went for a walk with Luna, but it was good to see them out
Mm-hmm.
and Mitch actually forming some sort of relationship with
With a
Luna.
pet. Yeah, with a pet. Yeah, his new pet.
Right.
Yeah, he was talking about his new position at his job. While they were walking, Kristen was hoping that they would focus on them and their relationship and maybe at some point having kids, down the line.
Yeah, but Mitch wasn't feeling that. He didn't want to have a conversation regarding that.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell on his face. And I guess she just had to accept that, swallow it, and change the subject.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she typically has to do, I guess.
Right,
with him. Yeah.
right, because she wants to keep him.
Right. She wants
He's a prize, and she wants to keep him.
Yeah, she's happy right now doing that.
No, she's not happy.
Yeah.
She's not happy. Any woman who's being stifled and have to walk on eggshells is not happy.
Mm-hmm. Well, she also mentions that she wants to start her own business at some point.
Yeah, she.
And this is while they were fixing dinner. Right?
Yeah, he was making dinner, and he asked her. He opened the conversation. He asked her,
Right.
"Tell me about your goals and your dreams." And she
Right.
said she's always dreamed to buy houses, fix them up, improve them for other people,
Mm-hmm.
to bring other people joy, and flip it and move on.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, it's almost like she revealed to him something that was sacred and special to her.
Yeah, her
And,
vision of
and
dreams.
he had no active response to it. In fact, he started deflecting on doing something else, and she smiled because she couldn't understand what was happening.
I think what was happening was that he didn't respond in a way that was appropriate based on what she had the vulnerability to reveal to him at the time.
Especially when he asked the question.
Right, and because of that, he ended up looking like an asshole, a complete asshole.
Well, he does have tendencies, but that's neither here nor there. But what was troubling is that she revealed something and he took no time, no emotional investment to have a conversation with her. Instead, he shined her off basically and said something that was not relative to what she was talking about, and of course the conversation ended.
The other side of that is that he says he wants to be in love, but because he didn't have it growing up, he kind of like doesn't understand how to get there now, seemingly.
Well, you can't want something on one hand and don't try to pursue what you want on the other hand. That means you're stuck if that's where you are.
Well, I think he, in his own mind, believes that he is trying to go for that. But but since everything with Mitch is on his terms, that he's got a distorted view. He's got a distorted view of what this, requires of him.
Right, and I think at one point Kristen asked him whether he thought it was better to be married than single.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, she believed that it's better for them to be married than to be single.
Yeah.
She feels better about it.
Yeah, and this is one of the confusing, one of a number of confusing things and statements that Mitch makes. He says he actually sees them making it.
Yeah.
And she actually agreed with him.
Yeah.
Kristen actually agreed with him. And I'm like wondering, how's that going to work?
Sometimes Kristen is not honest with herself, and sometimes you see her playing along for playing along's sake, and she's got to stop walking on eggshells and do what she needs to do as she really had to check in when they went on the beach at the end.
Yeah.
But sometimes she agrees with him too quickly, or don't continue her thought because he may not find it what she's talking about appealing to his sensibilities, and that can't work in a relationship.
So when you say she says that she's happy, you think that means that she has managed to convince herself that this is the
She
case?
has managed to convince herself because she has a past that has been ratchet, and she got involved with men and they have not treated her well, and this show offered an opportunity for her to be married and get a man. So she has a dream of what that may look like, and she's holding fast to it, hoping that Mitch could get it
Can
together.
kind of conform to that.
But that's not gonna go with her for too long, because she clearly knows that she is worth more than what Mitch is giving her.
Yeah, it's almost like she's put her authentic self in a closet right now and presenting her representative is just presenting what she thinks Mitch wants right now in order to she's like getting along to go.
She shrinks so he can look good, and no relationship can survive on someone doing that. If that's what you're doing, then you're in something that's not really pleasing or satisfying or whole. Because both people gotta thrive. One can't thrive while the other one just shrinks. Because he told her when he was making her dinner, hey, I got a promotion at the job. And then he asked her about her dreams, and the same enthusiasm that he had when he told her, hey, I got a promotion, he did not value what she said enough to give her that joy as well.
Yeah, it kind of seems like he poo-pooed on it.
Right. So he wants to be elevated.
Right.
Hey, good job, you're doing fine.
And as long as I'm doing that, as long as I'm getting that, then we're okay.
Exactly.
No, it doesn't work like that. Then we see Mitch and Kristen go on a karaoke date. Right?
Yeah, they seem to be loving it. Karaoke is a lot of fun. And Mitch was rapping, and because Kristen was dancing up a storm, and it seemed like they were really having a good time, eating wings and hanging out.
Yeah, he was freestyling up there on the stage, and I guess he was he was doing a little something.
And then, of course, he comes up with his real feelings towards her
flipping
houses.
It's like the whole ambiance changed, the whole
he
vibe
sucked
changed.
all the life out of the room.
Yeah.
And it was all about me. He said that flipping houses was predatory. The poor people can't afford to buy homes, and wealthier people come in community and gentrification and all this other stuff.
Right.
And he just thought that was not what she needed to do. People who are environmentalists, they're rich too. People who are environmentalists, they fly on their own plane, their jets, or what have you. People who are environmentalists live in beautiful homes, and they may have investments or stocks or bonds that invest in housing and flipping and all that other stuff.
You think he knows that?
I don't know, but someone needs to tell him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So there are people who, of course, invest in communities.
Somebody that you don't want to be around at this point.
Now, I understand his liberal sensibilities, but it's on steroids.
Later on, they go to the beach, right?
Yeah, and this is where Kristen sat him down, and she was able to articulate what he did. And she was pretty clear. She did that very smoothly.
Yes.
I wish I had some of that finesse that she had, because what she did is she broke down what he did, how it made her feel, and what was the end result, and if he could not do it again.
Yeah, and she
broke that down perfectly.
And she also reminded him that, hey, look, I bring a lot to the table myself.
Right.
So you need to value that. You need to value that and not take that part of it for granted.
Exactly.
Because if you do, we're gonna have problems.
I can't bend my back for so long.
Right. Exactly.
And the girl goes out and gets him a shirt, and he's he got an issue with that because there was a running joke among the women
that they would have the guys
Guys
once they got together in a group setting wearing the same damn
and that
shirt.
was funny.
I thought so
that
too.
was really funny.
And she asked him to do
she
so.
asked him to put on his shirt.
Right, and he, I guess, goes way left.
Completely.
Way left.
Completely.
And, comes up with all of this, from what I consider to be bullshit.
And then he
about why he can't do that.
He had to
Based on
tell
past
the
shit?
secret why he needs to put on the shirt. Spoiled the vibe completely.
He
and
totally ruined
to continue that, he brought a different
over a
shirt.
damn shirt.
He brought a different shirt with him so he could put on after, he messed
And
up.
then, once he gets in the group setting, kind of takes some time to reveal it to the other people who were there,
Then
the other couples.
He had a whole tendency.
Right. Oh, no kidding.
We're not talking about Mitch, but we're talking about
His behavior. Right.
He had a problem with it.
Right.
Now, what was the problem? What was the trigger?
It was
somebody asking him nicely to do something.
Right, and being in control of what he wears, or something like that. Come on.
I think the sister
There's a storm ahead.
can. No, there's no storm. She's been in a storm since she said I do. She can seriously do much better by herself.
Well, I was thinking about I was thinking of the storm in the sense that there's some upset coming to their household if things don't change from his end.
Yeah,
and
because he wants.
They're not going to. I don't believe.
He wants to suffocate her.
Right.
He wants to take every joy. So she's saying, "Oh, you can't go to the store." If she's into shoes, if she's into clothes, if she's into handbags, if she's into wigs or jewelry, he got a problem with that too. So, Mitch is making it hard. The walls are closing in, and I hope they both survive it.
You know what was interesting to me? The guys were all wearing their shirts.
Yeah, but no problem. And they thought it was funny. They thought the joke was funny.
And Nate even said, "Oh, we got to get these ladies back.
Right.
They got us. They
Right.
got us.
Right.
We got." I don't understand again why he reacted this way. Who ended up ruining this whole thing was Mitch
Right.
over his reaction to a shirt.
And mind you, he brought another shirt to change.
Right. To show not only Kristen, his wife, but everybody else. Oh, I can't be told what to do.
God bless him with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, when they met Dr. Pia,
Dr. P. Yep.
Kristen said that
Shirtgate.
she called it Shirtgate 2022.
Woo! That was pretty good.
She couldn't understand why it was such a big deal that he couldn't put on his shirt.
Right, and the irony in all of that was that he says, "Hey, look, I'm gonna wear my own baggage."
Well, you know what? That's an indication. That's a strong sign for this person to be left alone. Because they're telling you, I'm aware of my baggage.
I'm not gonna do a damn thing about
and
it.
I'm not gonna do anything about it. So it's all about
take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. And I would leave it right there.
Leave it the hell alone. Kristen actually said in her comments, and I don't know whether it was in the confessional or in the context of a response to Dr. Pia, that she felt like she was losing herself.
Yeah, that's next week. That's coming up next week.
Leave it the hell alone.
That's
it
why
can't be constructive.
That's why Mitch has been alone for almost 8 years. Quiet as it's kept. Nobody had time for that.
Preach, sister.
That's all we have about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please hit the notification button, and we'll see you in the next bit. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Don't be a Mitch.
That last little jab in there, did you?